Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game A Day Picks. I'm Tony here from Tony'sPicks.com with you here Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, doing live free picks for today's action. Make sure you like, subscribe, and of course set those notifications. Be live with us. We give you lots of free picks on our channel. Our soccer guy Paul is again scheduled conflict today, but he will get those 5 picks from the Big 5 uploaded today. So check those out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Well, I had some extra time. Because we didn't do the live show on the Soccer Picks daily show. I was able to get this Twitter issue corrected, I hope. So it looks like we got it corrected now. I'd like to thank our man Ben over there at Restream. Got this dilemma with Twitter fixed, so we are now streaming live. All my live shows. Morning Steam was always, they used different broadcast software than I did. Mine was having a little issue there getting the live streams to Twitter, but I think we're up there now on Twitter, so everything's great on the Twitter side. So make sure you join us here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. each time with all the live shows as well. Make note of our promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys, so go ahead and post your picks in the comments if you would. That would be greatly appreciated. I just hope we're on. I hope we're on YouTube. I want to fix one and the other one not work for us, but we'll see here if we hope we got our YouTube audience here. Just want to make sure. Let's see. We did get the notifications, and I hope we are live there on the YouTube. We'll see. I'm showing that we have our show scheduled there, so I'm pretty sure it's probably just a little delay there with the broadcast. So. Let's see where we're at here with the Twitter. Let me 1 second before we go live on the show. I just want to make sure that we are going live on YouTube because we have a huge audience there. I see the chat going. I just don't see our show going. So let me go ahead and look at some of my back end here to make sure that it was scheduled to roll. I started on time. I didn't start early, so there shouldn't be an issue. I just see what I see right now on my screen is just the thumbnail. I don't see the live show actually broadcasting. So let me go over here and check another source here before we get started here with the show. I show that I'm live. Okay, I show that I'm live on another screen, so I'm good. I'm good to go. All right, just my tablet is taking forever to get started. All right, let's see. We showed you the promo code, right? You can save 20%. Let's go to Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing all the top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You'll see our top performers here from the day here. You see Ben up there. Hey, yours truly here with a good play. I had a pretty good NBA. Actually, my late steam came in. My first one of the year came in last night with that over in that Portland-Detroit game. Ramon again on fire. Mindy's been on fire as well. Look at Mindy's numbers here the past 30 days, last 7 days. She's been on fire here. Hey, for 2023, doing well. So is Pravi. Should mention Pravi as well. As we'll scroll here, we'll be able to see here our plays here for today are up on the board right now. Best bets on the board as well. Each capper can release 1 best bet per sport per day. So many up there on the site. Mindy here with 3 best bets. Ramon in with 1. Tiffany, the morning steam team. Brandon as well. I'm in there. I just loaded one right now from College Hoops as well. 2 best bets up there. I'm in action here today as well. Our $15 pick. Each capper can designate one of their plays from their card as a $15 premium pick. Just introduces their service to new and existing customers. And of course, our 3 packs offer great value. And if you prefer, you can also purchase the plays a la carte right from our pick ticker right here, sorted by time. Many plays up there today. So go ahead and check them out. All right, let's get this one underway. With us here on the show today is Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. So let's get game day picks underway. Let's welcome in Mindy. Mindy Hahn, you'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com where she's been on absolute fire. Let's bring her in right now. Ready to roll here with Mindy here. Let's see. We got ready to go here. I got it. Oh, here we go. Mindy, what's happening?
I'm already having bowl game withdrawal. I had to, catch up on my 90-day fiance via DVR. So that's how exciting that has been.
Yes, right. I know. No more, not much morning stuff. Actually, if you like junior hockey, that's about all that was going on. We're already in the middle round of the junior hockey's NHL Network showing that tournament here. So U.S. is in. I think U.S. plays Canada in the quarterfinals, so that should be interesting to see how that rolls here. Well, that's not good because they should be playing each other in the finals. they fell lower in their group. I think one did. I think the U.S. got pounded in one of the games, but anyway, we'll see how that rolls out. But anyway, tonight, SEC Network, Alabama here hosting Ole Miss here. You're going to get a big line here with Alabama laying 12, total 148.
But I do see us on Twitter here, and it looks pretty cool, actually. It has like a pretty good layout on Twitter. So hey, But yeah, we're taking a look here at this Mississippi-Alabama game. Mississippi 8-5, Alabama 11-2. As it shows here, Alabama favored by 12. But Ole Miss, they're 320th in points scored here this season. 296, from the three. They are 5-6-2 though against the spread. Alabama here, they're 117th here in the nation in points scored. 361 though in turnovers, so they need to do a little bit better job of keeping a hold of the ball here. But it's one of those things, again, I kind of talk about it often about how many folks, the starters, kind of score in double digits, and this Mississippi team, they only have one. Matthew Mariel. He's the only one that scores in double digits. Beyond that, it's pretty meager. I mean, sometimes you have, about, 10 guys scoring, 5 points off the bench. But the good thing is this Mississippi team has a really stout defense. I mean, they're 50th in adjusted defense and really hold their opponents down. I mean, I think that's the only thing that's kind of been, helping them here so far this season. Alabama, on the other hand, they are 16th in adjusted efficiency. They've done this, playing the fourth toughest schedule in the nation as well, right? I mean, Alabama, though, is only 6-1 against the spread. But, for me, I think it's going to be kind of tough maybe for Alabama to get this. I know that they have, covered 5 of their last 10 over, 10 points in that double digits here. But, I just think Ole Miss, they're only putting up, about 65 points here, or a high of 64. In their last 4 games, against, Tennessee, I think they only put up about 59. Alabama, on the other hand, they average about 78, again, playing pretty decent, competition, but not as, teams as stout on defense here as Ole Miss. The Rebels are kind of bad here on the road as well. I just think that this one is going to be, I'm like I said, I think Alabama's probably going to get this 12. As I said, they've covered 5 of 10 as favorites in the double digits. But I do have this one modeled out at about 142, 143. Sharps here maybe push this to from 146 to 148, but I still like the under in this one, and that's how I'm going to go here today. I'm hoping that Ole Miss defense, will go ahead and hold this Alabama team down a little bit.
Yeah, I like the pick myself. The thing is that, I think some of the folks are relying too much on their non-conference modeling. And, in the non-conference, you're playing bad, lesser teams that aren't going to be able to defend your right. players. In conference, this is SEC. these aren't your Auburns. These aren't your Tennessees. These aren't your Kentuckys where you're going to get in the 80s. These teams score in the 60s and put you to sleep.
Well, and then if you take a look at Ole Miss as well, right? I mean, there's multiple times when you watch them that they'll go 5 or 7 minutes with scoring maybe 2 or being held scoreless. So they have those big droughts that really hurts them in a lot of, these games. But of course, that helps to go ahead and push these totals, to the under as well. If I take a look at those Rebels games, right? I mean, they haven't even averaged over 131 in theirs, even though Alabama tends to, tick a little bit more to the high. They're averaging like 160, but again, it's a little bit lesser talent, not as good of defenses either as this Ole Miss team. Like I said, 50th in adjusted efficiency for defense is really, really good. It's just that Ole Miss can't score. So again, you kind of have both of those things kind of happening here at the same, time. And then the under is 5-2 in the last 7, for the Rebels, and 5-1, for the Crimson Tide here in the last, 6 versus a team with a winning record. So they do tend to be able to, not, play their best ball or not be able to run up the score perhaps against those that are a little bit tougher competition here.
Yeah, that's no doubt there. And one thing to note too with this Alabama team, and again, is they don't force turnovers, and that creates the fast break points, quicker pace. The crowd loves those. They love when you steal the ball or force a turnover. You have that odd man break down the other court. You're not going to get that much with an Alabama team that doesn't force turnovers. So that means longer possessions of the basketball.
Exactly. And that's the thing is that if you kind of take a look at it, they are, I think it was like 64th and 74th in pace of, play kind of thing, or that adjusted efficiency, so that actually ranks a little bit low too for times of possession per possession. They're looking more at the 14, 15-second range rather than really doing that run and gun, down the court as well.
Yeah, of course, remember when you're facing those lesser teams, there's usually going to be more space between defender and offensive player. The defense tightens up here in conference. Ole Miss, Alabama, under 148. This one will have its start time here of 9 Eastern time, SEC Network. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Of course, Mindy has been on absolute fire across the leaderboards. 2,314 units of profit the last 30 days, showing profit for this year, last 30 days, last 7 days, coming off a winning day yesterday, showing great profit here. 7-0 run in the NFL last 7 days, doing big runs here in NFL. Concluded the bowl season. There's still a playoff game going up there in winning fashion, showing profit in NBA the last 7 days. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Well, this morning I did have 2 NBA plays. I went ahead and moved that up to 3 after our show. So I got a 3-pack in the NBA with a guaranteed best bet on there as well. Then I do have 3 plays in NCAA college basketball. And then I have 3 in the NHL where I also have a guaranteed best bet that you can pick up. But yeah, I've been really happy, with my results as of late here. Again, I feel like I'm, hitting my stride. It definitely always helps going through all of these games with a fine-tooth comb, getting ready for that, morning steam, as well. And Tony, you kind of said that would probably happen also when we were talking about it, early in the season, or trying something new, that, you do get a better look at the card when you're going through and breaking down almost every single game. Before I think I would kind of more weed them out, take a look here and there. Now I'm kind of looking at a lot more on the card as well. So, I'm really happy with how things are going. I think my subscribers are happy. Again, this is a time where you get with hot handicappers, and I'm one of those. If you take a look at, Tony, Pravi, Ramon, we're all hitting pretty good numbers here. It's a great time to pick up one of these packages. And again, if you just want to give us a try, go ahead and take a look at, one of those single game packages. But the bigger bang for your buck is going to be these longer term packages, because basically what you're doing, you guys all know this, you're spending less on your per play. So that's putting more money right back into your pocket here as well. But yeah, we've been on some really good streaks at Tony's Picks. These cappers are, we're some of the best. So make sure you get on here, and make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout as well to save you 20%.
That's right. Get over here with Mindy Hahn over at Tony'sPicks.com. She's been on a tear here. You see the numbers that we put up here over the last 30 days, 2,314 units of profit last 30 days, showing great profit on lots of the major sports up here on the board. So right now, over at Tony's Picks, as Mindy was talking about, a lot of plays here tonight up on the board. We're into the college, of course, college basketball. A 3-pack up there, also with the NHL, bookie buster play 3-pack up there as well. NBA 3-pack in there with the best bets here from NHL, NBA, as well as college basketball. That's up there as well. So you've got the 3 major sports up there with 3-packs and best bets. Or instead of buying all these plays individually, as Mindy was saying, you may consider the longer term pass. She has a 3-7 or 30-day all sports pass, or that 1-month all sports pass. Get all of Mindy's premium plays for the month. That's all your NBA, all your college basketball. This will take you through the NFL right through Championship Sunday, right? So you got through the NCAAB Championship there with that 1-month all sports pass, the college football championship game, and of course, as we mentioned here, NHL, and also late steam. Minnie's pretty active in the late steam releases. What those are plays that she puts in. Of course, we got our plays in early, about 11 a.m. Eastern time, kind of the checkout for all the members that can go and get the plays. But if we happen to see a play that we like later in the day, and if we any pick that we put in between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time, we flag as a late steam play. They'll be in green. You may see them on the site there on the pick ticker or even on the handicappers' profile pages. Those late steam plays for long-term customers, those are emailed directly to your inbox. So that's how we program the system. So the cappers now can continue throughout the day handicapping. Of course, a lot of them do to place their bets late. But hey, if you like a late play, you can also share it with your customers by putting it into the system as a late steam play. And we document it, and we have records showing late steam as well. When you go to our Who's Hot leaderboard, our leaderboard 2.0, which we've just updated, and we'll update again because we got to get those 2022 records back in there. Some more things we want to tweak into it, but on release 3.0, which will be coming up shortly. But anyway, if you check it out, when you get the long-term pass, you get Mindy's late Steam plays, which sometimes there's volume. It all depends on the card. We look at all these games. She got it when she does the morning show with Ramon, so she can always piggyback off Ramon with some of his information, so they kind of piggyback back and forth. She may like a play that, she didn't, like she mentioned, she didn't think about it, but, there's so much volume right now on these boards that you're not going to be able to absorb everything, but you may just happen to see a late night game. Hey, I like this Utah State, Fresno State game, and this, there's a lot of things that happen. So she likes a late seam or could wait for a number, injury information, especially with college. College basketball injuries are very vague. It's very hard to find that information. Sometimes you have to go to the radio broadcast, online radio stream half an hour before game time to find out if these players are playing or not. So that's how you got, or go on Twitter and follow these information. They call it the information directors from some of these schools that release the information as well. So there's a lot of work that goes into trying to figure out these, especially on these key point guards, senior guards. This is a very important part of the season in college basketball is knowing who's playing, who's not. But one player could really make a difference in college hoops, especially when these teams go with 6-7 man rotation, or if the bench limits are limited. There's a lot of this tracking software that tells you how many teams use their bench, and some of these injuries are elevated even more when these teams don't use bench players. So it's something to keep an eye on. But that late steam play will include it on that 1 month pass. So any of the picks you see there in yellow are long-term passes. Of course, you can use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cabras app, you'll land right on Mindy's page and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, we put together a Twitter account for you, which I have been told today that is in the process of turning blue. So we'll get some videos up there for you as well. You and Ramon's account, they're working on today. Stacy's getting that done. But we got that rolling, as well as the Morning Steam, another big show today.
Yeah, I think I use Tony T and Ramon Scott as my information director, so it works out really, really good for me. So I appreciate you too. But yeah, make sure you check Mindy and Ramon out and the Morning Steam team every morning. Well, almost every morning, every Saturday through Thursday at 8 a.m. Central, where we go through the full card for the NHL and the NBA right now. And then, because we have a little bit lighter, schedule, so we don't have college football in there, we're going to try to get in a little bit more college basketball for you too. Of course, we're still going to, do the rest of the NFL card also here for week 18. And then, we'll wind down just to some playoff action. So yeah, I mean, we're really clicking, like I said, the Morning Steam team, we've been doing awesome. We had some 9-3 days over the weekend. We're, having 40, 50 people in the chat room. We love all of the information that those folks bring because, again, sometimes, they got the info that we don't have. And so it's really nice to have them join us. It makes our show, I think, more exciting. And then also, it's just nice to kind of have that camaraderie in order to bring, all of these minds together and get some consensus plays for you to do your due diligence with. And that's what it is, because some people will say, hey, you guys are terrible if we take a look at every single play. But if you take at the plays that we, have consensus with the chat, especially, they may not be, perhaps our, premium plays because it may be I'm on a side, Ramon's on a total. But if you take a look at the chat, they're also on that same side and that same total. So you can get a lot more information other than just our, premium picks or me and Ramon consensus picks out there that we go ahead and put for resale on the site. But make sure you go ahead and take a look at the website every day. Take a look at our records. You also can find, blog work over there. You can have some game breakdowns. You have Ramon giving, updates on the leaderboard as well as more free picks. And that's what you want. And then again, check us out on Twitter at Tony's Picks Mindy, Tony's Picks Ramon, Tony's Picks Tiffany, where you can find additional picks every day. Mine's going to be in NCAA college basketball today. So you can go ahead and get more free picks on Twitter. And again, we try to put plays out there that you guys haven't already heard if you watch our morning show as well. So these are additional on top of everything that we've already done. And again, that Twitter page is just the picks, no other, BS on there, just picks. And I think that's what you guys are looking for. If you want, more of the breakdown, you can come and watch this show. You can watch the morning show. You can check out other videos as well. But we, love everyone's support. So we appreciate you guys out there. Thank you again. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Ramon. We're having a good time at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right. We got something for everything. You like the long breakdown? We got those. If you like them, like my robotic picks, you get them that way too. Just the picks and the info with no emotion. So you guys choose what you want. They're over at Tony's. I do that on purpose, right? Because that's what people always. I just want okay. I'll just give you the picks and not really give you much emotion behind them. So it all depends on. I listen to the audience. So they like it. They seem to like that style, right? I don't try not.
People what they want.
They want. Yeah. Be very efficient with your words. Okay, I'll do that. Keep them about a minute length. All right, we'll do that. So there we go. So it's something for everybody.
You've been doing it long enough, so you know what the people want.
I already know what they want. That's right. No emotion. Just be robotic. Okay, you got it. So you got Robot Tony working for you. But anyway, all right, Mindy, it's always great to have you on the show. Keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, we're ready for some more wins tonight, folks.
That's right. Let's get it. We got Mindy on here on Game Day Picks. All right, guys, make sure you join us here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time so you get the best numbers with these plays. Let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Let's go ahead and welcome in Ramon Scott. If I'm over at Tony'sPicks.com, top of the leaderboards as well with Ramon. Ramon, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, just checking out some of the action. You mentioned the World Juniors, and I'd love to see that Canada-U.S. matchup in the finals, but no big deal. But Connor Bedard, this is a name everyone's going to get to know after seeing last night's more heroics from Bedard. He's the future of the NHL, they call him.
Yep, that's right. Some good, exciting. I don't think we're documenting junior hockey, but I didn't see that, at least in the back end. But anyway, we're going to the NHL tonight as we have the Rangers here hosting Hurricanes. Hurricanes favored here, total 5.5.
Total 5.5, Tony. That should speak volumes about this one with the Hurricanes going up against the Rangers. The Red Hot Hurricanes, another one of those teams in the East that's blistering right now with 11 straight wins. 15-0-2 in the last 17. They're 9 straight one-goal wins, and they're going up against the Rangers, also a pretty good team. But, man, these Hurricanes are so hot right now. Of course, these teams met in the postseason last year, and the Rangers came away with the series win. Carolina led 2-0, but then dropped 4 of the next 5, and of course, the Rangers went on to advance, but lost the next series. So, but this is the only 5.5 right now on the board. It looks like, and it should be. Well, I've got as a low-scoring game. Igor Shesterkin, certainly one of the best goalies in the league. Maybe the Rangers have, slipped a little bit of late, but they're still a pretty good team. Shesterkin 17-6-5 this season with a 2.41 goals against. He saved 39 of 40 shots in a tough luck game against Tampa Bay. Or I think he won that one 2-1 if I'm not mistaken, but against Tampa Bay 2 games back. So Shesterkin, he's pretty hot right now, certainly. 2-1 they lost that game, actually, Tony, in that one, but Shesterkin and the Rangers, they've gone under in 16 of their last 37 games this season. 3-7 to the under in their last 10. 3-7 to the under as an underdog. Meanwhile, Carolina, the big news here, I would think, for Carolina, Ranta's a pretty good goalie. He's won 7 straight, but it looks like Pyotr Kochetkov is going to be in there, the 23-year-old Russian. He's just 10-1 this season, Tony, with a 1.94 goals against, 928 save percentage. He's pretty much one of the hottest young goalies around right now. The Hurricanes have gone under in 10 of his 13 starts this season. Carolina's 13-23-1 to the under this season, including 11-19-1 to the under as a favorite. They're also 8-12 to the under on the road, 9-15-1 to the under against teams averaging about 2.9 goals this season, and also Carolina 3-6 to the under in games lined at 5.5, and also 923 and 1 in the under on exactly 1 day's rest. So I've got to think this one's a low scoring, tight game, two great teams, Rangers at home. Carolina finds a way to get it done, Tony. If you get into a kind of a shootout with them, talking about a high scoring shootout, they find ways to win. If you get into a game that, well, probably is going to be exactly the way I described, they find ways to win. Mindy and I are on the Hurricanes in this one with one of our picks over on the morning's team. You don't got to go look that one up on the video. I'll just tell you about it right now. So if we've got Carolina winning, it's got to be a low-scoring game, especially now that Kochetkov is in there over Ranta. That's really no slight on Ranta. He's won 7 straight of his decisions. He's kind of been in there for more of this winning streak. I mean, he's the number one goalie, but Kochetkov has the better stats going, but he's the younger goalie. So man, they've got a really nice combination right now, and a streak of no losses and no regulation losses in 17 games. So man, Carolina just red hot. Still should be a tight game with another elite goaltender, Shesterkin, in there, and of course at the Garden. So why not take under 5.5 in this one? Maybe that's a tough pill to swallow for some bettors, Tony, but it's the only 5.5 for a reason on this board tonight.
Yeah, it looks that way. And one thing to note here with this Carolina team, they really bring it against the division. The way the playoff structure is right now, how they advance the first 3 teams in the division into the postseason, they've taken care of business when you went 9-1-1 here straight up against the division opponents.
Yeah, and if anything,
and that's by the way, that's hard to do in the East, by the way.
Oh gosh, I mean that's what I keep joking with Mindy on the show, because all these East teams, where are the losing teams? I mean, does anybody lose? I think some of the mediocre teams out west have kind of lost some of the crossover series, and then you do have some really weak teams also in bottom feeders, if you will, in the East. But you got some crummy teams out west handing victories to teams left and right. Teams like Chicago and maybe Sharks in Arizona a little bit. But the East is tough, man. And you mentioned the division and the series. So this will be the first game since the Hurricanes. Choked that series against the Rangers last year with that 2-game lead. So I think that'll be something that they can, at least in this game, even though on the road, that's a little bit of motivation certainly in this one. That's kind of why we were kind of thinking on the Hurricanes today. But I would expect Kochetkov, he's really a hot young goaltender and worth watching right now. One of the up-and-coming goalies, I would think, in the league. I don't think it's a fluke. Obviously, Carolina must have a pretty strong defense. You figure the way both goalies are playing this year, and also with pretty good numbers. And Carolina just a clutch team. So 2-1, 3-2, not out of the question here tonight.
All right, Ramon here. Hurricanes, Rangers under 5.5. This one to have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at TonySpace.com. So we said Ramon's been on a tear here. 1,416 units of profit over the last 7 days, showing profit for this year, showing profit last 24 hours. Driven here by some impressive numbers here in the NBA and college basketball over the past 7 days. Over 700 units of profit from those sports as well, showing good profit in NHL. And guess what? The major sports going on right now is college hoops, NBA, and NHL. So this is where we're rolling here. All right, Ramon, we got a few from the NBA, lots of college hoops, lots of NHL tonight. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Featured package, Tony, over at Tony'sPicks.com. Tony is a 3-pack in the NHL tonight. I was up 3 dimes pretty much last year on the site, and I've got a 3-pack tonight in the NHL for $30 over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can pick that one up. 3 games tonight, including 2 games on the West Coast. So don't want to keep anybody up late. If you have to go to bed, hopefully it's Wake and Win with Ramon tonight. Also, I got my college basketball discount, the Tony Special, the $15 play, coming to you in a little bit of basketball action tonight, and so is my college basketball best bet. Just 2 games right now in college basketball for me on a pretty decent card. Mindy and I are involved in a couple of games with the Morning Steam team as well, so you can check those out on video or pick them up for a small price over on Tony'sPicks.com. 3-game card on the NBA slate. I'm involved with 1 game with Mindy over on the Morning Steam, but that might be all tonight. With 2 kind of one-sided games expected there, with close to double-digit spreads, or at least that Bucks game about 7.5, and Celtics a road favorite of nearly double digits. Just 1 game we're interested in. Not sure I'll be involved in the rest of the NBA card tonight. So 5 plays are up there. So why not get started on a week's pass? Because the volume will definitely pick up as the week goes along. I was 7-1 yesterday overall. Shows 4-1 certainly on the site right now in the last 24 hours, but I've rolled those first 3 bowl games with a little bit of luck, but that's okay. I like to be called the luckiest handicapper on the multi-capper sites, and that's a great title to have, because the luck unfortunately determines a lot of these outcomes, but being on the right side of that luck is the result of hard work and skill and determination, and a finely tuned balance of art and science, I like to say.
That's right. And don't forget the perspiration as well.
Well, a little bit of that always, and a little bit of sweat with these games, especially trying to pull out some of those covers yesterday. But man, what a job by Tulane also in the Rose Bowl yesterday. Just outrageous the way that game unfolded. The key play was that safety. Really, we talk about the great drives they had, but getting those 2 points was key, because they got the ball right back after that and ended up going right down the field. And that touchdown where the defender played the ball so well that he had his hand tucked in under the ball, kind of helping the receiver secure that touchdown. That was amazing. So anyway, coming off 7-1 day yesterday on my premium pick. So I think we're off to a pretty good start again here in 2023. Keep the winning going from a pretty successful debut year we had on Tony's Picks. I'd say I came across pretty well, and so why not keep it rolling this year in 2023? I don't mind if you want to pick up that 1-year pass, but if you just want to go a little 3-day, a little 7-day, start building your bankroll a little bit, and then maybe consider a longer-term pass, that might be one way to do it, because you'll see how the results come in with me over at Tony'sPicks.com and how I work it a little bit. I'm a bit contrarian. You might be on some ugly sides from now and then, but you got to play those prices. I'm a market handicapper, so a lot of times we'll be putting you on, some unpopular plays, but man, you got to take advantage of where the market is unbalanced and sometimes be on those ugly dogs, or, some tight squeeze unders like in this Ranger Carolina game going under the 5.5. So head on over to Picks and use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all of our premium pick packages here at Tony's Picks. You can pair me up with another capper. Man, you could get, if you look at the records that Mindy and I are putting up with our individual picks, combined with the success that we're having with the Morning Steam, why not save some money and just put Mindy and I together in the 2-for-1 capper promotion. We don't talk about it enough here on our channel with the 2-for-1, and it's a pretty good deal where you buy 1 capper and you get the second capper for half price. You can do that at any duration. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and pair up Mindy and I and roll with us. You can watch the show in the morning, get all of our premiums in the afternoon, and hopefully have great days ahead as we head into 2023.
That's right. Get on board, everyone. Scott over at Tony's Picks. He showed you the plays up there. He's got the NHL 3-pack up there, as well as a college basketball discount premium play. $15 there on that one. Of course, these are in orange. Our profit guarantee must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account for site credits. That is a profit guarantee. The longer term passes are not, because they're sold at a great discount. And Ramon was mentioning here the longer term passes. We go 3, 7, or 38 pass, or we want to go for the 1 year. Go for it. We're going to hit our 1 year mark in about 8 days that we've been here with the multi-capper site. So Ramon's been on fire here. Get on board with that 1 year all sports pass. You could use the promo code, save yourself a lot of money here. Tony T at checkout, and that will allow you to save 20% off. And of course, that's a significant discount off that 1 year all sports pass. When you do the math on that, it will take $260 off that price when you use the promo code Tony T at checkout on that 1 year all sports pass. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. click the All Cappers tab. Then you will land right on Ramon's page and go ahead and get signed up. You'll scroll down through his records, and you'll be able to see it right here, right when his 1 day passes, and then we get right here to the 3 day, and then right to the right is the 1 year all sports pass. So go ahead and get signed up and use that promo code if you would. All right, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon, which are getting a blue check mark up there. We'll soon have your videos of the day up there that you post on the site on that channel on the Twitter account soon once we get that completed. And of course, the morning steam concluded another show here for today.
Yeah, so I have a pick up there on Twitter. I believe it's up there. And, if not, it'll be up there very, very soon. It's coming in the NHL tonight. I've got a total for you in the Flames and the Jets. So check that out over at Tony's Picks. Ramon, I'm going to have a blue check mark. That's big time. I like that. And, yeah, Mindy and I'll be back tomorrow with more Morning Steam. We had a really a poignant show today off of the events of last night. We're all having hope, we're thinking good thoughts, and I'm just passing along good news that I think. I'm no physician, no doubt about it, just praying. So why not think positive thoughts and think that everything will be just fine because of the great job that the personnel did there at the stadium to get Mr. Hamlin to the hospital as quickly as possible. So watch the show. We've got picks on all the major cards in basketball and hockey, and also select featured games from college basketball as well. And we'll start to get into some of the big football action this weekend in the NFL. It's going to be a big weekend. News came down. They're not going to start that game up just yet between the Bills and the Bengals. Maybe end up just being a draw. This not going to be a whole lot of time to get that game in. There might be a cancellation, but that'll be fine. Those teams will be on a collision course to meet again, and it'll be a very special occasion, I think, for everybody, as long as Mr. Hamlin has good results coming through, and those teams will possibly play in 2 weeks in a playoff matchup. Could be some jockeying still in the standings, but that kind of looks like it might happen. So make sure you check us out on the show each Saturday through Thursday and get all those picks. Chime in with your picks. We got some big things in the works at Tony's Picks. We'll have kind of, hopefully, if everyone wants to enter in their picks, kind of track our viewers, our users a little bit. That's something we're considering and putting in the works possibly as well. We just want to be fully interactive with our audience. That's the best way to go about this, having a family, if you will, and that's what we feel like we have with Team Steam. I mean, sometimes it's early in the morning out here in Las Vegas, Tony, but once those chat, everybody's good morning, and, that wakes me up. And by the end of the show, besides trying to drink some caffeine a little bit, I'm raring to go by the end of the show, thanks to the chat and the interaction that we have. It really perks my day up quite a bit, and cheered everybody up as well today. We just got down to business, talked about the games. The games aren't going to stop, so why not handicap and put your mind aside a little bit to some of the things that went on. And hey, we're going to have a fun night tonight with more action. So yeah, don't forget, Tony, you mentioned it, and I have more free videos up as well on the Tony's Picks website. You can get our sponsored pick, where I give you a free pick every day, as well as our leaderboard update, where I talk about all the cappers that had a great day and are having a good week or month over at Tony's Picks. I give another free play there. And I should be using those as premium plays. They've been pretty hot since we've started embedding those in the site, but I don't mind. I mean, if it's going to get people to keep coming back and watching those particular videos, then I'm going to keep doing them that way and giving out some top-notch selections there. I think one thing that's happening, Tony, those plays get up so early in the morning that that's when I'm really kind of taking advantage of an early market moves a little bit, still getting a great price. And I think that's why I've been passing along so many winners on those free picks. So more free picks, that's what we're really all about here. Yes, our premium picks are over on the site. Those are absolutely our best plays. We'd love for you to subscribe to those plays and roll with us with all those green numbers that you see on Tony's Picks. It's no fluke, Tony. These are actually tracked by a third party. We can't fudge the numbers. I'm responsible to you, to Mindy, to Pravi, to Ben, to Collins, all the handicappers. We can't cheat each other. These are actual results that you see when all of our cappers have the success they do. And the leaderboard was long yesterday. Pretty impressive performance by all of our handicappers over at Tony'sPicks.com.
Yeah, it certainly was. And of course, those of you checking into the show here, you're working, you're driving home today, remember, you can listen to the full show, Morning Steam, on your way home on the podcast, Tony's Picks Podcast, available on all major platforms. Every pick in podcast form, every show in podcast form, including the full-length Morning Steam. Get a rundown from today's NBA, NHL card, as well as select games from college hoops and more on the Morning Steam. Find it on our podcast. Listen on your way home, and make sure you subscribe to the podcast. All right, Ramon, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, Tony. We'll see you then.
See you then. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here at Game Day Picks on Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. About whether make sure you like and subscribe and set those notifications. Be live with us to get the plays in real time, get the best numbers, and of course, subscribe so when we drop videos, you're there to get them. Lots of content here on Tony's Picks and lots of great things happening here in the new year. So make sure we'd like you guys to join us here, and of course, be sure to subscribe. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Time for my pick. We're going to be looking at this one tonight between Kentucky and LSU. We've got LSU a dog here, total 137. I'm going to be going out with the underdog here, LSU Tigers, plus the 10.5 here against Kentucky. Big number here in this SEC game. We saw Kentucky stumble right out of the gates in SEC action, which isn't surprising, right? They're used to having their little stumbles early on in conference play. Remember, it's usually younger teams. And also to note, too, is that they really strengthen here the second half of conference play and usually come in the end of the NCAA tournament in pretty good form. So we're going to look at this LSU team, a 12-1 in conference, 1-0 in SEC. They got that home win to Arkansas. Got to respect that game. They forced turnovers on defense, limit teams to just 27% from three. And they shoot the ball. They shoot well inside. Now Kentucky, they took that loss in conference at Missouri. They're, although a really good offensive team, did play a pretty good non-conference schedule. Got to like them there. Of course, why this is, well, I may say this could become a premium, could be a late steam. I'm still not sure yet. The one concern here I have is this is LSU's first true road game, and I tend to stay away from teams premium-wise in their first true road game. And again, I don't like the true road games when they're in conference. That's the thing that always irks me. I say, coaches, you got to get these teams on opposing. These conference games are so meaningful. Why would you not schedule? You have all these non-conference games, all of them. Why won't you schedule a game on the road and get that true road environment in before you start conference play? Especially when you got a team like Kentucky. I mean, it just boggles the mind. Brain dead some of these coaches are. You need that road experience before you get into conference. I mean, just mind-boggling. But anyway, we'll go ahead and take them here, 10.5 here against Kentucky. This one will have a start time here of 8. It's an 8 Eastern game up on ESPN. It's on ESPN too. This is going to be your first road game. And I don't know. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com. Right now, I just put up some more plays. I put up a best bet in college hoops just before we went on the show. So we've got lots going on tonight. We've got, looks like a 3-pack here from the NBA, as well as plays here from best bets here from the NBA, as well as college hoops. So here we go. We got 5 premiums. We got a best bet from the NBA, a best bet here from college basketball, and then we put together a 3-pack, 1 NBA, 2 college. So I'm heavy in college basketball today, so get on board there with these packages. My best bet is not bundled anywhere. It's standalone today. And, of course, you can get on board there from my $15 premium big as well. It's not bundled anywhere. It's standalone. So these are unique plays in that 3-pack. So I've got 5 premium plays up for you right now for the long-term subscribers. Or, again, you can buy them individually if you'd like. And, of course, I do have the longer-term passes, my 3, 7, or 30-day All Sports Pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period you select. When you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase, and don't forget that promo code, TonyT at checkout, and you'll be able to save 20% off. You can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then you'll land right on my page. And there you go. I'd like to shout out in the chat room, rather, Blake M. Blake, great to see you. Appreciate all those kind words. We got a lot of good things planned here. Appreciate all the contributions here from our chat room and everyone in that Morning Steam team. Very, very appreciative of all you guys' commitment really to helping that show succeed here on our channel. And it really has been a lot of your contributions in the chat room that has really helped that. It's been great to see. And, of course, how you guys come in day and ready to roll when you also do your homework and absolutely add some really good work and put work in and contribute with some great analysis and picks there on the chat room. So keep up their great work. All right, we got through that, so you guys know what I have going on today over at Tony's Picks, and also let's go through the recap so we can recap the plays. We started off with Mindy. Mindy likes Mississippi and Alabama under 148. Ramon, Hurricanes, Rangers under 5.5. I'll be on LSU plus the 10.5 here against the Kentucky Wildcats. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live here at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Tony's Picks. They'll give out their plays live for you here on the show. And don't be sure to subscribe, set notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time, contribute in the chat room. And we appreciate that. All right, that's going to do it for our show today. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from there. Go ahead and wake up, body, guys. Have a great afternoon, evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow here on Game Day.